Hey, what is up, you guys? Welcome back to another video. Also, I look white as a ghost right now because winter is coming. It's already like 53 degrees right now and it's chilly. Today's whole video is kind of a life update, I guess you could say. Life lately for me in general has just been a little bit crazy. There's been some big adjustments that I haven't been able to fully comprehend yet, because as I've said before, it takes me a while for things to kind of hit me. Obviously, if you know me, I've lived in Florida for about almost 5.5 years. So I experienced all of my high school years there and my first year living on my own. Now that I've been living in Virginia for almost 3 months now, it feels like it's a little different. The weather, the atmosphere, the people, the hospitality in general, it's interesting. You know, I'm glad to be here. It's been going really well, but there's just been some things that I've just been like suppressing, that I just feel like I need to get off my chest and everything, but at the same time I just don't know how to get it off my chest. I've been kind of like taking things really slow lately, wanting to kind of like prepare myself for whatever is yet to come, because the future is unknown. You never know what is gonna happen a week from now, 3 weeks from now, a month from now, half a year from now, 2 years from now, like the list goes on, honestly. So what I have found to be able to cope with not knowing what's yet to come is listing out things that like you want to accomplish. So setting goals for yourself, I know, is a great way to be able to cope with the future and not knowing what's going to happen. There's always going to be the unknown of something could happen or occur, either it be life-threatening, life-changing, even the smallest little things that could change on your schedule, you know. Because I know that causes a lot of stress and anxiety on people, and especially me. And I feel like that's been one of the things that I've been able to do that's been helping me. So I've been seeing a therapist. I think this is my second time since living here. And I've seen therapists back in high school in St. Augustine for a while, and it somewhat helped for sure. But I could say the one that I've had so far here hasn't been so understanding of what I'm going through, and they just kind of like treat me as a number. With wanting to seek out help, it's always great to do so you don't feel alone, because at times you're gonna feel alone, and that shouldn't be a scary thing, yet it can be. But just reminding yourself that you always have friends and that you always have family is a great thing to know in the back of your head. For me, getting new friends is hard, and it can be challenging to kind of switch things up that I'm not used to, you know, because I get into like a daily flow where, like, you know, I know I'm going to talk to this person and I'm going to call that person and I'll see this person. But when it gets to a point where like I'm meeting new friends, it's kind of hard for me to get used to it, because a bit of social anxiety when it comes to meeting new people and kind of trusting them, because I've had some things in the past where I thought this was the right person and that we were going to be friends for a long time, but then some things happened 6 months later and kind of flipped the whole situation. And I feel like those past 6 months of my life, I'm never going to get back, you know. These are all things that, like, I tell my therapist and psychiatrist, and she kind of just shoves it away, you know, and she's like, well, how's your family life going? And I'm just like, that isn't really a part of what I'm going through, if you'd listen. So I, like, you know, here and there will like to come onto YouTube and kind of express what I'm going through, and it kind of takes tension off of me, so I feel like I have someone to talk to, you know. I just know, and I want you to know, that life is freaking crazy, you know. You're gonna go through a lot of adjustments and reality checks and pushing yourself to your full potential and knowing your worth. Those are just a lot of things that the normal person goes through in life, and seeking advice is a good way to be able to get through what you're going through, you know. You may have not been through it before and that scares you, but someone else might have been through something that you're going through, and that can help you out in a way. I think that I just tend to forget, and that a lot of people tend to forget, that any mental health problems that you're going through shouldn't be categorized as something wrong with you, and it shouldn't be looked down upon, and you shouldn't be afraid of it. It's what makes you different than everybody else, and knowing that what you're going through is totally different from what someone else is going through, and they might not understand that. It kind of gives you an advantage to be able to see things from a different perspective and to be able to challenge yourself more than the other person would. I just know that you don't want to beat yourself up with whatever you're going through. Just know that you're strong, and know your worth of who you are as a person. You're living in this very present moment, but just know that there's always going to be a tomorrow, and there's going to be the next week, the following week, 1 month. Before you know it, the older you get, a whole year would have gone by, and it would have just been brushed off your shoulder or just looked upon in the past that you've learned from something. I just think people don't understand that we are all on this earth together, literally in the orbit of space, a black abyss. We're just on this blue ball together, and I don't understand how some people can't overcome things and look past things and just move on and understand that this is life. We've never been through it before, and that we don't know what we're doing. I know personally I've been getting a lot better and understanding myself and how I work, and understanding how other people are and how they work. I'm just getting to a point in life where I'm moving on with things, and I'm looking for the better and looking how I'm able to advance my future outcome of things, and how to progress as a person and become a better person, hone the skills that I have to move forward, and using what I've learned in the past to become a better person. I just hope this video was somewhat not depressing, one lines of a motivational kind of push, talking about mental health and just life in general, and an update, because I don't make these videos often, but it's just what I think about on a daily basis that I don't usually talk about. But I think it is good to talk about, just to get things off your chest so you feel better and everything's not all up in your head, you know. Just keep on being you, and I'll see you next time. Wait. Before you go, make sure you subscribe, leave a like, maybe even a comment. And if you want to, you can click that thumbnail right there on your screen on the left, and it will take you to my most recent video.